Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the MF8 Megaminx version 3. It's the tiled one, obviously. This just came out. This actually isn't the white color, this is the primary color, similar to the Diane MF8 4x4 that I got from 51 More Fun. He sent this along with it, so I did get this with it as well. It's been a little while. I've solved it a few times. And I've also taken a look at the mechanism. Now, I didn't do an unboxing for it. I'm sorry about that, but I can do a review. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pieces because I'm sure you guys are all wondering what the difference is between this and previous ones. So let's see if I can keep pulling this apart. Alright, so you can see on here that it really resembles the Diane Megaminx, and I'm not sure if they exactly copied the Diane Megaminx, same with the Shengshao, or maybe they just all came out with the same idea at once they saw the trend that was happening with the way the pieces can be shaped for speed cubing better. And you can see this too, but I would be willing to bet that they just copied Diane, because I do know that Diane has a patent for it, so I think that is the original design by them and they've been knocked off a few times. So yeah, I mean the pieces are basically just like the Diane one. Now, I'm by no means a huge Megaminx guy. Like I don't solve Megaminx very often, so I don't really know exactly what to say from a speed cuber's point of view, but I have solved it. I'm just not a speed cuber. And I'm not really into Megaminx all that much. So I don't really know what to say about them. However, you guys wanted me to get this, so I got it, of course. And I have used the Diane one, and I have used the MF8 previous ones and the Shengshao one. So I do know, and I gotta say, after playing with this, I actually prefer this one over every single one that I've ever tried before. And I think it's due to the tiles. And I didn't know if it was, you know, you were allowed to use tiles in competition on this, but I guess you are. And I wouldn't have thought, because if I look like this, I can clearly see the other side of this is orange. I can clearly see the other side of this is green, and that kind of defeats the purpose, you know, because you can see what the other side is without having to glimpse. But maybe they're making an exception for Megaminx. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can leave a comment down below and let me know why they accept tiles, but they wouldn't accept like a, you know, a stickerless Guhong or something like that. Anyways, let's go on to the corner cutting. The corner cutting on this is really, really nice. I know that the pieces are pretty much exactly like a Diane, but I have to say that I prefer this one, and it probably is due, like I said, to the tiles, and it's got grip. Even though the Diane Megaminx I had ridges on it for grip, I prefer the tiles. I feel like there's more grip. If I was to speed cube this, I could probably get better times on this than the Diane one. It's just too bad I can't really make that, you know, observation true by doing it, because I gave my Diane Megaminx away in a contest. Anyways, so yeah, it corner cuts really, really well, and reverse cuts even a little bit, except for all the other layers have to be aligned. As you can see, it reverse corner cuts just a tiny bit. So again, I'm not exactly sure what I should say about this as a speed cuber's point of view, because most people are a speed cuber when it comes to this. But I can say that this is factory tensioned. I haven't screwed with the tensions or the lubes or anything like that, and it's just really, really nice. One thing I've noticed about this that I couldn't get on the Shengshao especially, or the Diane, is when I do one turn, it basically lines itself up to go for another one like that. So I can do, I guess, the sexy move on here. I'm not very fast at it because I don't practice it on a Megaminx, but as you can see, the corner cutting is pretty impressive on this. Yeah, I really, really like it. Let's go ahead and scramble this thing up and see what it looks like. I really wish, you guys, you know, I really wish that I was more into Megaminx. There's some of these puzzles, you know, on the market. I gotta be honest here, I'll tell you something that you guys probably don't know yet. The reason I downsized my cube collection is because I'm finding less and less interest in a lot of these kind of puzzles, you know, like having every speed cube. You know, I mean, I'll get it to review it and stuff for you guys, and maybe I'll get some, you know, to review and then give away. But you know, I'm just not into having a huge collection. What I would like to collect are my main speed cubes, maybe some backups, and custom puzzles, shapeways puzzles, and custom hand mods, things like that. But as far as just collecting, just to have a collection, I'm just, you know, as for mass-produced puzzles, I'm just not really too into it anymore for some reason. And that's why my collection was downsized. Anyways, here is the Megaminx all scrambled up. I think it looks great. And it doesn't take me very long to solve this. I've never timed myself, but I would say that probably around 2.5 or 3 minutes to solve a Megaminx using the beginner's method. And I know that's pretty slow, I think. But I don't know. Yeah, that's the Megaminx. If you want, there's a link in the description to where you can get it, and I will see you on my next video.